Roy Lichtenstein was a famous artist who was known for making comic book-like paintings with primary colors, lots of action, black outlines, and small red dots called Ben-Day dots, as well as action and sound words called onomatopoeias. Once you have drawn your comic and chosen your favorite part of the comic strip, you will sketch it out onto a bigger piece of paper and start to fill areas in with primary colors. Start with big shapes that you can fill in. Decide where you want to have each primary color go so that you have a variety of colors. And take tempera paint and fill in those areas. Once you have your primary colors blocked in, take black tempera paint and outline everything with black. You can also add lines for action, and then you can also include some Ben-Day dots. These dots should all look exactly the same, so if you use the back of your paintbrush and just press it into the red paint and onto your paper, and you want these dots to be in kind of perfect lines, so really take your time. Load your brush up with paint whenever it's kind of dry or your dots are changing sizes, and those are great ways to add some detail to faces or other things in your artwork. And they're usually red, but if you wanted to change the color, you could experiment with that as well. Make sure that when you are done creating those dots, you wipe off the back of your paintbrush, and also in between any colors that you paint, you should be using the same smaller paintbrushes and cleaning them off in between and probably wiping them off and drying them off. You want to make sure that you're getting thick coats of paint with whatever you are painting. These should all just be red, yellow, or blue, as well as white is something that you can include. And those black outlines are what we need to see in our Lichtenstein paintings. The last thing that you can include in this painting is an onomatopoeia, which is a sound word that you could put in a speech or thought bubble. Roy Lichtenstein was known for using these words that are words that make sounds like boom or crash or pow that might go along with your comic strip. And to do this, you can actually do it on a separate piece of paper and then glue it onto your comic strip. So this can kind of be something you do later on, where you take a separate piece of white paper, draw out the outline of your shape, and then the word that you might want to put in. And just use a pencil to do this, and then you will go over all of your lines with black paint. And after you are done, you will cut it out and glue it on to your comic book or your comic strip painting. Make sure that you use dot, dot, not a lot, and also make sure that your paint is dry before you glue anything on. You can find examples of onomatopoeia, those sound words, in your packet for ideas. And that is all you need to do for your Roy Lichtenstein pop art painting. Primary colors, black outlines, maybe an onomatopoeia or a sound word, and some Ben-Day dots. Have fun!